Hey, what's up guys? It's Jonathan here. So the real estate market has been on an absolute tear recently. And in 2020, real estate prices rose by almost 20%. And because of this, there's strong belief that we're currently in a real estate bubble right now. And this belief is causing a lot of concern to prospective home buyers. So in this video, we're going to discuss why the real estate market has become so competitive recently. And we'll also see if there's a possibility of a 2008 style real estate crash. So as usual, before we talk about the crash, can you please crash the like button for the YouTube algorithm? It greatly helps out the channel and helps push this video out to as many people as possible. Also, if you haven't yet, while you're down there, hit the subscribe button and notification bell so you get notified anytime I post a new video. So let's get right into the video. So let's first start with how we got here. Why is the housing market as competitive as it is today? And one of the biggest reasons for this is the low interest rate environment that we're currently in. So at the beginning of the pandemic, the uncertainty around the virus caused the economy to come to a grinding halt. And in reserve of that, the Federal Reserve cut their benchmark rate down to 0%. And in turn, mortgage rates fell to historic lows. And this caused a lot of people to flood the real estate market with refinances and purchases as well. Another big catalyst for the market that we're seeing right now is due to stimulus. So throughout the pandemic, billions of dollars of stimulus has been injected into the markets. And for some people and some entities, this money was desperately needed. And for other people, this money acted as a windfall. And some of these stimulus programs indirectly enriched not only business owners, but also higher income earning workers as well. And some of this windfall money found its way into the stock and real estate markets. And anytime when extra money finds its way into these kind of markets, it causes higher stock evaluations and also higher home prices as well, as investors try to get into the market. Another reason for this very competitive real estate market we've seen is because of low inventory. The pandemic caused many would-be sellers to hold off on selling their homes. For starters, most people didn't want random people walking through their home while we're in the middle of a pandemic, and that's completely understandable. And these homeowners who would have been sellers also didn't want to become buyers in such a competitive real estate market. So it was almost like a very vicious cycle. People didn't want to sell their homes because they didn't want to become buyers, because they didn't want to compete in such a competitive market. But at the same time, by them not selling their homes, they just made the market more competitive. On top of all of this, a lot of supply chains were negatively affected by a pandemic, which in turn decreased the amount of inventory available. Now the question is, will we most likely see another 2008 style real estate crash again? And the answer is most likely not. We most likely won't see a 2008 style crash that comes from this kind of market. And here are my reasons for that. First, home buyers now are more qualified than ever before. In 2008, the loan market was full of very toxic loan products. Things like ninja loans, which are no income, no jobs, no asset loans, and variable rate were used to qualify people who shouldn't have qualified for these homes. These loans were notorious for offering an affordable payment at first, and then in a couple years having a payment to balloon to about 2 to 3 times the size of the original payment, making the home unaffordable for the person who took out the loan. After the passing of the Dodd-Frank Act in 2010, most of these loan products became non-existent. The standard for loan qualification became much higher. Due to increased lender risk during the pandemic, many lenders added more strict requirements for loan qualification called overlays. And in 2020, the average credit score of a home buyer was about 750. Another reason why I don't think we'll see a 2008 type crash, home equity levels are much higher now than they were pre-2008. The amount of cash out refinances were much less now than they were in 2008. Only 42% of refinances were cash out refinances. And if we compare this to Q3 of 2006, about 89% of refinances were cash out refinance. Also, according to CoreLogic, only 2.8% of mortgage properties had negative equity. Given the fact that home values have gone up about 20% this past year, most homeowners are not upside down on their homes. Or in other words, most homeowners currently have some equity in their house. And if for any reason they couldn't afford the house, they could simply just put their home on the market and receive their equity back instead of going through the foreclosure process. Also, another reason why we most likely won't see a 2008 type crash is because of all the mortgage forbearance programs out there. And these programs allow you to defer your mortgage payment for up to 12 to 15 years. years, and these payments can be added to the back of your mortgage. So this could act as a big relief for somebody who was facing foreclosure due to a job loss or something of that nature. So I know that there's a lot of people out there, especially a lot of millennials, who are waiting for a 2008 style crash to happen. But from the looks of things, I'm highly doubtful we'll ever see a crash of that nature again, unless if some type of regulation was to change. And for the people who are currently considering buying a house, go out there and find a mortgage lender and get pre-approved with them and start looking for homes. Don't wait for a market to crash. Don't wait for Biden to give you money to go buy a house. And don't wait for interest rates to fall. Go out there and take the initiative of buying. And if you could afford to buy today, buy now. Like Will Rogers would say, buy real estate and wait. Don't wait to buy real estate. So I'd like to thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button for your YouTube algorithm. It greatly helps out the channel. And also, if you haven't subscribed yet, consider hitting the subscribe button and notification bell, and you get notified anytime I post a new video. So you could join the team. Do you think we'll see another 2008 like real estate crash? Let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think. Check out all my socials. I try to post there every day. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.